In my passport stamps, it said Afghanistan, Iran, Pakistan. This is right after kind of 9/11 times. I just had such problems getting into the US for years and years after that. Really, until I did Star Wars.
Rogue One.
And then someone at immigration was a Star Wars fan, literally. And they just I think they just took my name off of the list. Hi, I'm Riz Ahmed, and this is my performance history.
AOA, immigrants, we don't like that. Nah, they don't play. British Empire strikes back.
This episode of Vulture's Performance History is brought to you by Great Britain.
My first big audition was, I think, for Slumdog Millionaire. I went in, I think Danny Boyle thought I might be right for the brother character. He was trying to get me kind of to be a bit more loose and like riled up, and he goes, listen, he's in an aggressive mood, you can do whatever you want. I just went too far, man, and I threw him up against the wall and I ripped his shirt and the button popped off and all that, and I just kind of came to and I realized like, this didn't go well. It was probably the right decision, to be honest. I was still at drama school and auditions came up for a Michael Winterbottom film called The Road to Guantanamo. And at that time, I was just leaving drama school thinking, the world is such a crazy place with everything that's going on. How can I try and combine my love of acting with trying to engage in some of that craziness? The whole Guantanamo Bay situation was happening. I felt passionate about how wrong and weird that was. Yeah, I went through months of auditions for that. I left drama school early to try and pursue that. And yeah, luckily I got it. And it was really a life-changing experience, you know. The first time I ever performed live, doing music. I mean, I was young, man. Would have been in my teens, you know, early teens. I was emceeing at house parties, you know, someone would have the decks up. Sometime before I bought my own mic, I'd take the DJ's headphones and just MC through them, just change them into the mic input, and get into a lot of trouble with DJs because I'd be destroying their earphones after that and blow them. But when I started really performing very regularly every week, it was at my own club nights at university. So it was hosting and emceeing and that kind of thing. You know what, actually one of my first big disappointments turned into a real gift. After doing my club nights, I started doing rap battles. This was like 8 Mile era, do you know what I mean? Like in the UK, there was spin the mic, jump off, battle scars.
He's not called What's His Face, it's just that no one can remember his name. Oi.
Then I released my first own track, and it was a comedy parody rap song. It's meant to sound like a children's nursery rhyme called the Post 9/11 Blues.
Everybody do the post 9/11 dance. Look scared, shake your ass while the bombs go blast.
You know, it was just a bit of fun, but I put it out there and it started going viral. This is MySpace times, and people were just like blowing up massively. And then I got it to radio DJs who'd been following me, and they said, we can't play it. It's not politically sensitive. And so it kind of got banned from the airwaves. And I was really, really gutted and upset about that. But it turned into such a gift because then that story got out there, that it got banned, and it kind of helped me go further. So sometimes I feel like those disappointments, yeah, I don't know, if you can just ride it out in the right way, you either learn something or it opens an unexpected door.
Everybody do the post 9/11 dance. Look scared, shake your ass while the bombs go blast.
The first actor whose career I was really in awe of, you know, was probably Jackie Chan. I grew up on Kung Fu movies because of my uncles, and they were obsessed with Bruce Lee. And Jackie Chan, who came after that, was kind of my hero because he combined action with comedy in such an incredible way.
Please. I said I don't want trouble. That's bad for you.
I just loved that kind of mix of tones. You know, like he's a complete badass, but he's totally vulnerable. He's punched 6 people in the face, and then right after that, he's like, my hand hurts, and so I have to start using my elbows to fight. It's just so like a ballet, you know what I mean? It was just the technical prowess of it. So I was just obsessed with Jackie Chan for a very long time. I don't know if I've had enough casting rumors. I'm trying to create more casting rumors. That's why I made my TV show, Bait. You know, the whole show is about an actor who gets through to the last round of auditions to play the next James Bond. So it's just a very subtle way of me trying to put that out there.
Super James Bond, mate, I shot you.
Listen, it's an audition. It's a photo from today's audition. That's all it is.
James Bond is white.
I do remember the first time I met him. So I met him 20 years ago. Basically, I had been booked to perform as an MC and do some spoken word and slam poetry and some of my own tunes. And Coventry Student Union, right, in the university. Guz is from Coventry. There's no one in there. It's completely empty. I take the stack of flyers and I'm like, I've got to give out flyers to people. I've got to make sure there's someone in there. I've come all this way. I want to perform in front of people. They're giving flyers to all the passers-by. I spot some boys down a dark alleyway. I go up to them. They're selling drugs. And I'm just like, sorry, can I just interrupt this drug deal for a moment? Would you like to please come and see me do some slam poetry and spoken word? It'd be wonderful if you could come see it. And they're like, shall we batter this guy? Like, what's going on? And to their credit, it was so out of anything they had been expecting. So Guz and his goons came in to watch me do this gig. And he said it was quite impactful in that he hadn't seen a British Pakistani performing in that kind of space before. Then from there, he then started going on his own stand-up journey and smashing it. Only when we were on set did he tell me, this is actually the first way that I met you. The first Bond film that I was obsessed with was because the video game was GoldenEye. Right, I'm that generation of like just hammering GoldenEye, and that just introduced it to a whole new generation. You know, that big jump off the dam, the bungee jump, all of that. So that was one which was incredible, and I carried on playing that game for years, you know. It's a good game. It's a banger. One of the first ones I was most excited about, and I remember, was Indiana Jones, the third one. Was it called The Search for the Holy Grail? Last Crusade. Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade. Yeah, man, we just took my dad's belts and we'd be like slapping them around, thinking it's our whips, like just taking it, you know, with the hats and everything. We would constantly watch Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom at home, just because it had Indian representation in it. Even though it was quite dodgy. They were all like eating monkey brains and like spider babies and stuff. We were glad for whatever we could get back then. Do you know what I mean? Probably one of the first films I ever remember watching. I was 6 years old. I watched Nightmare on Elm Street.
What's wrong, Joey? Feeling tough?
Because my uncles were meant to be babysitting us. And what they would do is just put on horror films. So age inappropriate, super dark. Like those Freddy Krueger films are intense. I still can't watch horrors, you know that?
No.
I can't really watch them anymore because of that. Maybe because of that. I'm making the connection now because of that trauma. Maybe I need to give it another go. I watched The Ring. It was a banger. I loved it.
Scary.
But I think it's because I am very superstitious and do believe in ghosts and the spirit world culturally. I feel I've been kind of adjacent to hear about it in the community. Exorcism is a thing, you know. It's too real. It's like this documentaries. That's why.
Yeah.
Horror films are documentaries to me.